Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today I am going to be talking you through my August lookbook, and I got quite a few things sewn in August, but a majority of them were the same thing, and it was the 7787 bikini, which is a Nicole Miller pattern for McCall's, and it comes with a jumpsuit as well, which I haven't made. But this, I am wearing one. Yeah, this is as close as I'm going to get to wearing a bikini on my channel. Now, I have them all here. I made 7 of them. And I had a few questions about, like, do you really need 7 bikinis? Yes I do. I would have made more if I could have gotten hold of more fold over elastics, because every single one of these is scuba scraps from a dress that I have made over the last year or so, and I am in love with them. So the one I'm wearing is the only one that isn't scuba scraps, and it is the orange and kind of fruit print, and all of these fabrics are from Fabric Styles, by the way. I will list everything in the description bar down below, but all the fabrics are from Fabric Styles, and I bought the fruit print one with the specific intention of making a bikini, but everything else was from scraps, and I still have a good 3/4 of a big box left of scraps, so there will be more underwear and more bikinis in my future, because actually they're very enjoyable to make once you get the hang of it. So I made this grey marble one with chevron fold over elastic, which is white black with silver on it, and this elastic is much narrower than the pattern calls for, but I couldn't resist the chevron when I saw it on Etsy, so I got myself some of that, and yeah, I really like how that one's turned out. These are all lined with swimwear lining, which I got from Minerva Crafts, and again that will be linked in the description down below. And I have tested them all out, I've had a shower with them all, and they all work perfectly well. They obscure everything they're meant to, no sagginess, yeah, all good, all good. So the next one is this cloud print scuba, and I got the same chevron elastic, but this time it was blue, white and gold, and again I really like this one. I think these two are actually my favourites, although having said that, there is then this one, which is leftovers from my birthday present from Small Girl Type Creature last year, and then rainbow fold over elastic that I got from Etsy. And yeah, I only just managed to get this one out. The majority of the tops are actually lined with the same scuba fabric, but this one I had only enough to get one side out, so this is lined with swimwear lining on both the bottoms and the tops. Then we have this scuba I got from eBay, so not all from Fabric Styles. Yeah, this one was from eBay, and this one I've made a dress out. I got 5 meters of it, and I made a dress, I made a 5-pound circle skirt for myself. Small Girl Type Creature has the dress, and then I've also made this bikini with yellow fold over elastic. This is the wide stuff that the pattern calls for, and this one was from Minerva Crafts. I really like how this looks. I'm really pleased with this one. And I like the idea that I can wear my big skirt as well with the matching bikini, and maybe a little cover up like this. And then I have this one with green fold over elastic, and then palm print scuba, again from Fabric Styles. And the final one, which was actually the first one that I made, is a flamingo and palm print, or leaf print, monstera leaves actually, cheese plants and flamingos scuba, and again from Fabric Styles. And this was my wearable muslin. So I've actually made 2 sets of the bottoms for this, because the first set I didn't like how they'd done the elastic on the sides. It just felt clumsy to me because of the way that you had to fold it back, and I didn't think it looked overly amazing, so I kind of rejigged the bottoms, and really pleased with how they've turned out, and they fit really well. And then this is the bra top, and this one actually has 3 layers of scuba, because you're supposed to line it and then sort of like do another bra piece that you can then put one of those foam bikini cups into. But I bought one of the foam bikini cups, I only bought one because they're really expensive, and I hated how it looked, so I've left that lining piece out of every other bikini bra that I've done. And yes, the orangey one, which I will show you in more detail once I get changed into something else. Whilst I have this on, I made the white wraparound trousers from a rayon that I got from Indian Royal Treasures, and I'm going to include some twirls for you down there. And when that fabric first arrived, I wasn't overly impressed because it didn't feel as nice as the rayons I'd had from them before, but once I've washed it, it feels absolutely dreamy, and it's just like I was expecting it to, which is kind of dangerous because they have a million different colours of like solid rayons, and I'm getting really into making solids because I have so many prints. So many prints, and I mean I have a wardrobe full of fabric prints. I'm not, you know, abandoning the prints, but I'm finding it really interesting and fun to work with solids and seeing how I can work those into my wardrobe. So anyway, I made the wraparound trousers and I made the little cover up, and it was, I have it written down, hang on. So I made the wraparound trousers and this little cover up from the Simplicity pattern 4192. That pattern is out of print, but New Look have a very similar pattern that I will include a picture of here. The thing that it doesn't include is the bikini top and the t-shirt pattern, but it does have the little cover up and then the wraparound trousers, which you can make any length that you want. I have made 2 pairs of these, so I've made the white ones and then I've also made these black ones. I think the black ones are my favourite. This particular pattern is meant to sit an inch below your waist, but I altered it so that it sits on my natural waist because that's a preference of mine. And with the white ones, I did the ties as the pattern suggests, and I found that they were really narrow, and so I have widened the ties for the black pair. And then I also didn't like how they tied up at the back and then tied up at the front, because it's like 2 big pieces of fabric that you wrap around yourself and tie at the waist. That's how they're secured on. And so with the black pair, I lengthened the ties that go on the front piece because that needs to wrap around the back of my waist and come to the front and tie in a knot. So I made that longer and wider, and I really like this black pair. The white pair are definitely way too see-through to be worn out in general public, although I had a pair of these many moons ago. I think I still have them in my box of fabric, box of stuff to be eBayed, but I bought them from Camden Market and I absolutely loved them, and they were totally see-through, but I used to wear them out all the time and just not care. Now probably not so much. So yeah, I think they're going to be really good for by the pool because they're really easy just to whip on. But I don't think I'll be wearing the white pair out in public, but I will definitely be wearing the black pair out in public because they are very comfortable. Kind of wish I'd made these earlier in the summer because they are so comfortable, and because they're adjustable at the waist as well, you can eat a really large meal and then sort of like let them out a bit, which is awesome. So yes, I wish I'd made a few more of these at the beginning of the very hot spell that we had, but I'm very pleased with the 2 pairs that I have made. So I'm gonna go and put some real clothes on now. I feel very strange sitting here in my bikini, it's weird. So yes, next item, I'll be right back. I'm back. Right, so before I talk about what I'm wearing, this is the last 7787. That's the fruit print that I was talking about with the orange elastics, and with this one I actually lined the bottoms with a flesh coloured swimwear lining, and I have checked that out as well, and that also doesn't go see-through, so don't worry, I will not be flashing anything that I shouldn't be on holiday, but thank you to everybody that was concerned about that. Apparently scuba and fold over elastics work very well for swimwear. Don't know about the longevity, I will report back on that when I know more. Also, before I talk about what I'm wearing, I did try another bikini pattern, and it was the McCall's 6500, and I made the frilled bikini top and the frilled bikini bottoms. Now these, I actually really like the frill on these, but the bottoms themselves they fit, but they were very skimpy in length. So yeah, these I'm not going to be taking with me. These are going to be going to the charity shop because just no. And then this one, I absolutely hated the frills on this. So I love the frills on this and I hated the frills on this. And I actually do quite like this type of bikini, sort of like just the triangle with the drawstring underneath it. But I'd also used this again was a wearable muslin. I'd also used a really thick scuba for this, and I did the same thing. I lined it with the same scuba, so I think this would have been more successful with one of the thinner scubas and with a swimwear lining rather than the scuba lining that I went for. But it's, you know, somebody might love it, but it's really giant top and then really teeny bottoms, so it's going to, yeah, but that one not so much. So this month everything that I made was either gifts or from the stash. I didn't buy anything fabric wise specifically for any of these projects. I did buy the fold over elastic, but other than that it was scraps. So this fabric was a present from the lovely Rachel at Stitched Up. Rachel wanted to take part in the KB pattern swap, the summer edition, and unfortunately her partner had to pull out, and so I said, well, would you like to do a swap with me, because, you know, fun? And she was like, yes, she would. So I actually got her the Sew Over Eve pattern, and I sent her some fabric as well because she had treated me to some fabric for my birthday, and she very, very kindly sent me a couple of Vogue patterns that I'd asked for, and then also this fabric, and there was 3 meters of it, and the minute I saw it I was just like, that needs to be an Eve dress. It was from Minerva Crafts. I don't think they have it anymore. I couldn't find it when I went to try and list it in the August plans video. It's absolutely beautiful. It does, however, crease. I get a lot of questions about the rayons and the viscose that I wear and the cotton oil. I mean, you know, everything creases. It does. It's one of those things, and it's one of those things that you kind of have to either embrace it or make something with a fabric that you know is not going to crease. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I really like this dress. I think it's so beautiful. I've actually made it very early on this month, and I am now saving it because we're going on holiday on Saturday, which is actually, you're seeing this on Sunday, so we flew yesterday and we are currently in Istria in Croatia, and I have decided that I wanted my debut wearing of this dress to be on that holiday. So I will be doing kind of like outfits and things like that whilst I'm away, so I will be putting together a little video for when I come back, but I won't be daily vlogging. There will be other things happening on the channel whilst I'm away, which you'll be seeing in a minute, because yeah, I have a whole dress to talk to you about, whole other dress to talk to you about. I mean, this is the 4th one of these that I've made, and it's the 3rd one that I still have in my wardrobe. The first one I donated to Big Bird, although I'm not sure if she's going to keep it or not. Yeah, this one is a straight size 10 to the waist, and then it's a size 14 at the hips, and it is the fluttery sleeves, it's the curved hem, and I love this. I love this so much. I also kind of deviate from the pattern a little bit, so everything is French seamed on the inside, and then I do a buttonhole on the side to pass the tie through. The very first one that I did, I followed the pattern and I used seam binding to bind all of the seams, but I just found that such a faff and so fiddly, and my personal preference is French seams, as you will be seeing over the next week or so, but you can obviously, the pattern calls for you to overlock or zigzag or finish and it tells you which seams to finish and when as you're going along in the sewing instructions. But as I say, I prefer French seams, so I have done that. The other thing that I've done is that instead of cutting 2 yokes, I cut 4 yokes, and I actually burrito the bodice into these teeny tiny yokes up here, and again, you'll be seeing that coming up over the next few days. But that's again a personal preference of mine. It just means that these gathered seams, I don't have to try and French seam those in beautifully, and then everything is encased on the inside. And again, just as I say, personal preference. So I think I have, like I said, I have 3 of these dresses now. I have at least 6 or 7 fabrics in my stash that I would easily turn into this dress, but I'm trying to limit to myself to 5 of a particular style. And again, that's just a personal preference. I have nearly 30 Anna bodices, and whilst I love that shape, and if I need to make something I know I love dress, I will make one of those. But I am really enjoying exploring new patterns and trying out different things. So I'm trying to limit myself to 5 of one particular style, move on, try something else. That doesn't necessarily always work. That is totally a rule that I've made up for myself, and it's not one that I'm saying anyone else needs to stick to if they don't want to. And don't forget that also patterns have variations, as does the Eve dress. I haven't tried the straight hem and the straight sleeve one as yet, so you know, there's another 5 dresses for me. I like how my brain works. Always finding the loopholes. Anyway, next I have another dress that I've made with a present that I was sent, so I'm going to get changed into that and I will be right back. So the final thing I have to show you today is the McCall's 6696 dress, but I have taken off the back panel and used the back panel from the Deer and Doe Bruyere shirt so that it's a darted back panel instead of the one with the pleat in it, because I like it, but I do actually prefer this flatter silhouette. The other thing that I've done is I have taken out the skirt and I have put on a full circle skirt, which I am in love with. I have used this dress as a base to do loads and loads of mini tutorials which will be coming out over the next few days whilst I'm away on holiday, and it is how to install a collar and collar stand, how to burrito a yoke, how to finish an armhole with bias binding, how to open your buttonholes and find your button placement, how to French seam a basic seam, and how to French seam an inseam pocket, because yes, this dress has pockets. Ooh. And it's got hooks and eyes in this pocket. I forgot about this. You'll be seeing a lot of this fabric over the next couple of days, and it was a birthday present from the absolutely lovely Lynette, and she has a shop and I will list that down in the description bar down below. It's the Lady McElroy Prim Peonies, and Lynette has, I believe Lynette still has some, so it will be listed in the description bar down below. I am so pleased with how this dress came out. I love the 6696 shirt dress. I absolutely love it. I think I've got about 5 or 6 versions of it, and I've made everything from the short sleeved one. I made the long sleeved one. I didn't like the long sleeves because I couldn't wear it because it had the little turn back cuffs. Couldn't wear cardigans over that one easily, so I turned that into a sleeveless dress. I think the majority of them are sleeveless, and the back has been treated in a different way pretty much every single time that I've made it, and I think I'm really happy with this particular one because I love this flat back with darts in it, and I absolutely love it with this circle skirt. You all know how much I like circle skirts, so yes, very very happy with this particular dress. And I really hope you guys enjoy all the tutorials that came out of making this dress. So there's loads and loads of techniques in this dress, and I have broken it down into lots of little mini tutorials because I was asked for that quite a few times, and whilst I've done the tutorial which does feature that technique, not everybody's going to be making that exact pattern, so they're not going to want to trawl through the whole video. So I've made loads of little videos which feature on one specific thing, and that's it. So fingers crossed that is useful and helpful, and yeah, that's everything that I got made up in August. So I did go to visit my sister-in-law in Sunny Nunny for a couple of days, and we went to the Festival of Quilts in Birmingham. So, you know, I had some time out of the house doing that, and then I have been doing other things, bits and pieces here and there. So whilst I've not sewn loads this month, I am really pleased with the bits that I have got done. I really hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!